Gone Fishkin is live on idobi Radio.
What's up, everybody? You're listening to Gone Fishkin live here on idobi Radio with your host, Fish. Twitter.com/Gone Fishkin. If you have a request, if you want a shout out, I'll get to it next week. Instagram.com/the pug named Biggie. If you want to see what Biggie looks like, Instagram.com/Mike Fishkin. If you want to see what I look like, which I don't know why you would want to know what I look like because you already know what I look like because you're tuning into Gone Fishkin here on idobi Radio with your host, Fish. So you know what I look like already. I'm very excited for tonight's show for a multitude of different reasons. Reason number one, I get to do my show live with friends again, and I will never take that for granted. Reason number two, we're on camera right now.
Oh.
Yeah, we're on camera. We got cameras there. We got cameras there. We got cameras there. We got cameras everywhere. Biggie's actually just a GoPro. But I'm also very excited because not only do I have two people, not only do I have half of one of my favorite bands, half of the band that I've listened to for half my life at this point, the first band to officially drop my name on a recorded version of a song. They have so many fucking great songs out right now. It's absolutely insane. I can name about 50 songs that they're probably not going to play live on Saturday with All American Rejects that they should play. I'm very excited for the first time in far too long. Live in studio, I have Brian Dales and Jess Bowen of the Somerset on the show. What's up?
Hello.
I knew name dropping you would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I just knew it. I was like, this is going to be a bad idea.
But you did it anyways.
And I did it anyway, Fish. Just letting you know.
I mean, no, this is the first time it's happened, right? No one's ever done it. So how many bands could say, we actually mentioned Fish in our song?
Exactly.
Yeah.
The closest was Cameron when he did an acoustic session. He changed the name. The bridge of his one song, I'm sorry, I think it was called, was I Fell Asleep on Andrew's Couch, and he changed it for the session. I fell asleep on Fish's couch.
Okay.
That's about it.
But no.
Nope.
Doesn't count.
Like I said,
doesn't
first
count.
recorded version.
That doesn't count.
I win.
You do win.
I'm here to shape culture.
And I think we all win because the Somerset dropped a new song, and they keep saying something about this one word you keep using, this three-letter word, era. The Meet Me at the Record Store era has officially begun, but I haven't read too much into it because I don't read, so I don't know what that means, but I assume that means it's a new era of the Somerset.
One, I knew you didn't read. That actually makes a lot of sense. Two, when you spelled out ERA, I thought we were talking baseball for a second, and I was like,
0.67.
Or is it give my earned run average? Like, okay. New Somerset album. It's happening. It's on its way.
Yeah.
Damn.
Meet Me at the Record Store era. That's happening.
I love
it. Started.
It's already
started.
Started about a week ago now.
Yeah.
Or 2 weeks ago.
Oh, it already started.
Yeah.
Oh
we're
my
there.
God. So that's incredible because not many bands that come back have a second era and a second chance of coming back to put out another incredible record. But Blossom Part 1 left everyone wanting more songs. You guys
and
touring,
including us.
including you guys.
Yeah.
And then also like seeing you guys on Sad Summer, seeing you guys play the biggest headline show you guys have ever played downtown at the venue where I'm going to mess up the name because they're all within a 5-block radius of each other.
I can't even remember which one it was.
Was it the Regent?
It was the Regent.
Oh, the Regent.
Okay. Seeing you guys play that headline show there, guys, like I've seen you in every capacity in almost every single state at this point and continuously inspire me to do more and more, and seeing you guys keep going out there, releasing more and playing more, it's the coolest thing.
Thanks, Fish.
So
now I feel good about name dropping you.
Of course.
Yeah, now I feel great about this, actually.
It's a new form of payola.
It really warmed my heart.
Yeah, and we're taking you on tour this weekend as well. So we're really just doing everything.
This I might regret. I like to poke the bear, and I definitely don't regret name dropping you because that lyric is awesome. Ask me on Monday ask us how we feel about you coming on tour with us for the weekend.
Listen, I was looking for a drum tech. You were like, I can drum tech. And I thought, let's see what happens. I just want to see Fish drum tech. It's more of for me entertainment because I really am just interested.
Yeah.
And then we'll hang after. So we'll see how it goes.
I feel like this is about to be a learn on the job situation.
Yeah, definitely.
100% it's gonna be.
Your comment on my thing yesterday when you were like, please, I was like, maybe I should hit harder. And you're like, please don't. I don't know how to change the skins. And I was like, well, there's only one way to find out.
Just knowing Jose was going to be there made me feel so much more comfortable and safe with it.
Sure.
Yeah,
But,
definitely.
But I'm gonna say it. You guys might have some stories for Monday.
Oh my God.
Yes, I did it.
We really set ourselves up.
The show is over. I did it. And not only
We
that,
can leave now, yeah.
Not only that, you didn't even appreciate the new idobi studio and the symbolism in here. What's right behind Jess's head right now?
This is Shania Twain album.
Shania Twain's greatest hits.
Wait. I record in here all the time. This is new. Right?
Yep.
I think you put that in there probably
You just
for
did
us.
this right now.
Yeah, usually it's where the Blink record
That was
is, but for my
probably-
So
show.
it's usually in
Yeah.
here.
That
was
I didn't even know
probably
that.
placed there strategically.
No, but this has been in this room apparently this
Oh.
whole time that I've also been recording
had
in here,
to
and
stay-
I did not.
I
know
try
that.
to avoid coming here at all costs, so
we had to have a certain standard of they had to be alternative rock, and then
Yeah.
I was like, I don't give a shit.
Well,
I've been
when
here
I
for
think
11
this is
years.
great.
Shania Twain's going up.
I can't
when
believe I
I
didn't
think
notice this.
alternative rock, I think Shania Twain.
Well, she did drop the alternative rock version of that record, I thought,
What?
or of Come On Over, her '97 record.
I don't know
She has-
anything
yeah, she
about
has
that.
2 versions of it. She has a country record and a
And like
pop
a
rock. but
Really?
I'll say it's alternative rock for argument's sake.
Okay, need to listen to that.
I want it to be like Shania with breakdowns, like jung 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 jung.
I'm so glad we got out of the era of bands doing that as soon as a song comes out, just immediately making it pop punk.
Oh, like punk
We're,
goes.
we're bringing that back.
Please do. I mean, there's like 15 Taylor Swift records you guys haven't covered yet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
This is
There's
true.
actually too many songs now. I can't. No, we can't. We can't do it.
1989 we should do. That'd be the one that I'd
Yeah.
think that we would
Because
want to do.
most of you guys were born in 1989 too, right?
We were. I guess it was just us two actually.
Oh, yeah, I guess it's
Because
just us.
half the band.
Steven's 80. Yeah, so half the band.
Steven's 88.
Steven was 88. But yeah, 1989 would be a good one.
Yeah.
It'd be a fun one to cover.
Hell
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love
Be a
that.
good time.
And my mom's currently listening. She's texting me.
Hi, Mom.
My sister,
Hi, Mrs. Fish.
my sister Faith is listening with her new baby Noah.
Congrats, Faith. You told her that I said congratulations,
Yes,
right?
I did.
Okay.
She was so hyped.
Yes.
I have
Such
a
a
quick
cute
question.
Hit me.
Does your family call you Fish?
No,
They-
they call me Mike, and when
Yeah.
they're pissed off, they call me Michael.
Okay, so they don't call you Fish.
No.
Okay.
It fucks me up when I go home though, because my youngest sister Amanda, who you've met a handful of times,
Yeah.
her friends call her Fish.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
really
that's
interesting.
delightful.
And I'm like, what? How?
Look, it's
Oh my God.
You're 10 years. Well, I guess because of the 10-year age gap, she never had to deal with being in the same school as me
Yeah.
or living on the same coast as me for most of her life at this point.
That makes sense.
So I'm like, oh my God.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, this is my first show back in like 3 weeks as I went back to New York because my sister gave birth to and her incredible husband Joe. Can't forget my brother-in-law. Gave birth to an incredible baby Noah Alvaro.
This is your first
first time being an uncle.
first time being an uncle.
Yep.
Oh, exciting.
That's cool.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. Just like being able to hold him and like seeing him smile in my arms and like I cry every single time.
Oh.
Like Amanda got this one picture of me the first time I met him. I was like leaning over the hospital bed and just like looking at him and I'm just like talking to him. And I guess at one point or another I go, we're gonna be best friends forever. And somehow the picture she got, that's the live. You just hear it and every time I see it, I cry hysterical.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's very adorable. I
Yeah,
can't
and
believe
It,
so
I,
cute.
like, it was so cute, and we're in the hospital, and I think I Don't Want to Party had just come out.
Oh my God.
It did just come on.
Yeah, well, my sister was about to play it, and I'm like,
Not the time.
I appreciate it, but this isn't going to be the first song he hears.
Yeah, it is.
So I put on.
Yeah, it is,
I
kid.
put on Jax's version of "Like My Father" she made for Faith and Joe for their engagement. I was like,
Aw.
this has to be the first song. The second song could be the Somerset.
Yes,
'Cause
more wholesome.
It's quite literally about your parents.
Yeah.
And then hear about your uncle and on the
Aw.
rocks.
That's so cute.
Yeah. So it was awesome being home back in New York for that. I don't think I've got to do anything too fun except for like big life events for once.
Yeah, you were gone for a while. You've been gone a lot though. Like, I mean, the
think-
year it's only 3 months into it, but I feel like you're not in LA very much.
No, I counted 38 days out of LA since the year has started already.
Yeah,
It's been a long year already.
I know.
Oh
It's
yeah.
been
Yeah.
a long year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, usually in New York I have like one night of like just pure debauchery where something fun happens. Like it was just like one kind of normal night out in Williamsburg. Like
Yeah.
the craziest thing that happened is I accidentally ordered a $60 drink because the font was too small and I thought it said 20.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it really sucked actually.
I mean,
You wear glasses.
I know, I was drunk.
we're also old now. So the
was
fonts.
dark.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's hard to read.
It was some like fine Japanese.
It should
whiskey.
be put on record that Jess has never been able to see, and it has nothing to do with age.
Listen, I can see better now because I did get LASIK.
So,
but yes,
so you're negating your point. You've gotten older and you can see better.
yeah, I guess I am. But Yeah, that's true. I can see better now because I did LASIK. Get LASIK. There you go.
I've debated it.
Yeah.
But I also have wisdom teeth that I've needed to get out since I'm 20 that I still haven't done.
You still have your wisdom teeth?
Yeah, I'm so scared of getting them out. I'm scared of anesthesia and blood.
Have you ever been put under at all?
Yeah. Like when I was like in 5th grade, that was the last time probably.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anesthesia's not my vibe. Blood is awesome.
I don't know. The mix of both.
Quote.
Blood.
Can you clip that for me for reels? Blood is awesome.
So
Oh God.
this is the hardcore band, the Somerset's hardcore band Bloke is going to be opening for you guys.
Yeah, blood is awesome. That's my hardcore band. I'm screaming on a Somerset song for the first time, and I'm really taking it too far now. So it's just blood is awesome.
It's really weird how on the rider there's an emo black wig for you now for the bridge.
Yeah.
If I don't want to party.
Yeah, dude.
Alter ego.
I saw Wig Tech on there too. I was like,
So funny.
hell yeah.
That's
So,
great.
I want to be the first person to scream wearing like a headset boy band mic. That's what I want to do.
I don't think you'd be the first.
There's no way. This guy's kids.
Yeah, I was gonna say what screamo band
Dude,
has ever done that?
that would be
Tommy
revolutionary.
Lee probably did that because he rocked the boy band mic
Yeah,
when
that's
he played
true.
drums.
Wait, did Tommy Lee? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he rocked the boy band mic.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't see it very often.
I want a hardcore band or a metal band where the singer just straight up wears like a lavalier, like a headset mic. That would be so cool.
Brian, you can do it. I guess.
I guess
this
it's
is your chance.
true. This is. I mean, have you seen the video? There's like a Russian metal band where the singer doesn't. At one point in the set, like doesn't use the mic at all, and you can hear him over everything. It's the scariest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. It's truly the scariest thing I've ever seen. He just lets out this guttural scream, no mic. The guy's also like shirtless and has like more muscles than muscles that exist. His muscles have muscles, and he's just Russian and just screaming. And I'm pretty sure like hangs out with bears on the weekend or something. Like,
That's
What band is this?
I don't remember. Russian metal band. I saw
Rams?
this.
Rams?
No.
Something like that?
No, way scarier. No, I don't even know if this band was big. I should find this. Where's my phone?
That's so funny.
I need to see that.
Yeah, just Brian screaming is funny to me.
With a headset mic specifically.
With a headset mic specifically.
Now I think, we do need to make this happen. Now that it's been put out into the universe and you've said it, we need to make it happen.
So tight.
Hell yeah. So, speaking of me.
Oh, I found it.
Oh no.
Oh, I found it fast.
Who is it? Oh my God. This guy looks like
Meet me at the record roar.
Alex Terrible.
Oh, I know that name. Everyone on the radio is like, why do we
Everyone's
hear
like,
Biggie licking himself in a hardcore band? That's all they're able to hear right now.
okay, that is definitely terrifying.
It's the scariest thing
That
I've
guy
ever seen in
scares
my
me.
life. It's so cool.
That's so sick.
It's like really my only goal.
He kind of looks like Ronnie Rad. Have you seen Ronnie Radke lately?
He's jacked.
This guy looks.
Jacked.
Yeah,
Jacked. Ronnie's
that's
jacked.
what that reminds me of.
Yeah, I've
Scary.
been seeing a lot of videos of him on my TikTok in Australia of him just
Yeah.
taking his shirt off.
Why is that getting on my feed too?
I have no idea, but the guy's jacked.
Yeah, but like me, a lesbian, I don't need to see Ronnie Radke on my feed. Like, I'm like, what are you?
Not with that attitude.
No.
So now with the new era of the Somerset, now obviously you guys came back with Blossom and it was absolutely incredible. You guys toured on it a bunch and the songs live are just a different beast than on recording. I'll say that much. Like it's incredible seeing you guys live. I remember actually the last thing I remember about that day is your first show back at 11 a.m. when you guys played. And then Brian had to go to a wedding immediately after.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
What was it? Chain
Fest.
Yeah,
Chain Fest.
That I remember seeing you guys play, and I just had a smile ear to ear the entire time. And just seeing you guys back on stage was very inspiring to see. Just seeing friends like rekindling and getting back together like that. And not only did you guys rekindle friendships and everything, personal relationships and everything in that time period. Holy fuck, you guys became insane musicians in that time frame. Like you guys were always good live. But when I saw that show, I was like, holy shit, who am I watching right now?
We secretly didn't break up. We just went to band practice for 7 years straight.
that was the quote unquote hiatus.
Every single day. We were there.
Yeah.
We were together.
We were
just
just there
went
the whole
to
time,
practice
getting better.
every single day for 7 years.
Yeah, for
to
sure.
finally not suck.
Yeah. No, but it was cool to like just get back together and then just, I mean, we all just started playing and it just felt right again. You know what I mean? I remember the first practice. It was like, wow, this is great.
That's
It's
awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
So
It was cool to see. And now putting out the next record, I feel like stakes are a little higher because, I mean, you came back and just blew everyone's mind with your musicianship. And now, okay, we all know you guys are insane musicians. We've seen Brian off-Broadway. We've seen Steven and John do everything with Twin XL and insane production. We've seen Jess play drums better. And most bands that she's filled in for is drummer at this point. I had to say most for legal reasons.
Oh, okay. Got it. I love that.
Yeah. So now, when you guys were writing Meet Me at the Record Store, like, one, I loved making the joke to everyone except for Brian. So still working on that album, Brian? like the Family Guy quote.
Pretty much always. That's fair.
But so yeah, what were you guys doing in the studio, and what expectations did you guys set for yourself? Because you guys blew us away with the comeback record, so now I have a feeling we're going to be blown away again with the new era of the Somerset.
Well, I'm going to answer this in reverse. One, I think it was because there was no expectation.
That's what I was going to say.
That
We took the
kind
expectations
of
off.
Made this process really wonderful. Like, there's this joke or idiom about bands in the music industry that's been around forever, where like you have your entire life to make your first album and like a month to make your second. And I know we've made several albums before, but this was in so many ways like getting to make a first album again, because no one was really asking for an album again. So we got to spend, I don't really know if we'll ever get to make it with that much time ever again, because like, a couple things. Obviously, we made Blossom when we got back together, and Blossom was this part one of an idea. And the idea was to make a part two of Blossom. And I think we all kind of quickly agreed after, I mean, at least I remember for me, like, we made a lot of Blossom part one before we'd even really gone back on the road and started playing any shows. And I think, at least for me, in a lot of the writing process, like, it took going back out and playing for people to realize, like, oh, like, what kind of songs do we really want to be making? And we started putting together the pieces for, like, what originally was going to be Blossom Part 2, and it just felt like there was a whole new album just, like, waiting to be made. So we started over, and that was really rewarding. It was really cathartic for me because, like, I got to tinker with a lot of songs that started as like an idea of a voice note from like the pandemic that like I wrote while like walking my dog. And then like we kind of, what was so rewarding about this process is like we were able to really use our imagination. A lot of the songs were written like on an acoustic guitar or a piano. And it was like, okay, well, here's this bare bones version of a song. How can we build this up and to what it is now on this album that you're going to hear, and just exhaust all possibilities and like not close any sort of door as far as the style or as far as the production. And I think it was really cool to be able to take our time and make this album using the full scope of our musical imagination. So like, and the best part for me is like, and that's sort of a testament that I remember a guitar teacher I had when I was like 8. I remember him telling me like a song is only as good as its acoustic. And I remember being like, okay, Sweet Home Alabama, like relax. And I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, but it was a really interesting sort of mantra to have this like, okay, well, if a song is really good like this song can be good however you want to dress it up. And if it can be good however you want to dress it up, then like the possibilities are fucking endless. Like, let's have fun making this. Like, let's just keep trying. So we got together every week for a year, like only one day a week, and like kept the stakes really low. And we would just demo songs, and we had all the time in the world. And I think that was such a rewarding part of the process, was to get to like experiment a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was like just, bouncing off what he said.
I blacked out. So.
That was such a cool thing. Obviously, like Brian, there was a handful of songs that he had that he sent us, voice notes of, and it was like, let's take these. I mean, there's still so many other songs that we didn't even use that you sent us, that we have, that we still need to record. But, it was cool to just have this, like, here's some, the bare bones of the song, and let's all get together in studio and like, here's this cool sound. Like, I like this snare sound, or I like that, like, play this like synth part over this, like, just to like come together and do like, just the fun of being able to, from this beginning, like start something from the ground up and just build it together was really fun. It made it like, I looked forward to like it was every Tuesday that we did. We literally set just like every Tuesday, go in and let's all get together and just see what happens. And I mean, it was just such a fun experience. And there's even some songs we used actually on the album. There's the first song we ever wrote when our band got back together. We didn't put it on Blossom. We weren't even going to use it for Blossom Part 2, I don't even think. But we have the first song that we ever wrote as a band when we got back together is on this album.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
I guess aside from Street Lighting, but like the first thing that like when we got together.
When we decided that we're doing the thing again.
Street Lighting was Steve
Street
and I's
Lighting,
total surprise.
That was a totally different thing. But this other, once it was like let's do this, let's do the Somerset again. This is the very first song.
But and a testament to it, and back to it is like, but that song was rewritten and reworked, and like it became a different shape. This thing because we allowed ourselves to like take our time and experiment and like really make sure we got it right. And like it's really cool that we were able to even make an album like this at all. So we love this album, and I think everyone else will.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And man, just being able to hear it and everything is incredible. And I tell it every time you guys are on the show in any capacity, if it's John, Steven, Jess alone, or Brian alone. It's like I remember exactly where I was when I was on the phone with Steven, and he was telling me that Brian and him were writing songs again together and hanging out. It was probably like January of 2021. I was just pacing back and forth in my sister's bedroom because that's where I'd set up shop for doing my show and everything. And he just randomly called me. We were talking. I'm like, no fucking way. And then I remember walking out of my room one morning when I was back in LA and Medford was living with me. And I'm like, that sounds like Brian's voice. He's like, new Somerset song, got a rocks dropping. And I'm like, no fucking way. And he played it for me. And I was like, holy shit.
I forgot. I got a second rocks drop already.
I love how you lead into every new era with rocks. And you waited till you were sober to start singing about On the Rocks.
Man, I forgot. Clearly, I have some like PTSD I need to work through. I might need there's clearly some sort of therapy I might need. I didn't even remember that Street Lightning has a rocks drop.
I forgot too, till you just said that.
Forgot.
I was like, huh.
Clearly, I was working through some shit.
There's one memory I have when I first moved out here before I even really knew Medford or like was able to go into On the Rocks because like I got denied the first time I went there. I won't lie. Barry denied my ass at the door. And 100 DJ sets later, and God knows how much revenue while DJing. I'm actually curious about that. I'll hit accounting one day. No, I probably won't.
There's no accounting.
Yeah. There's no accounting.
There's no accounting there.
The only reason why I know how many times I've DJ'd is because I saved every flyer and have it in a folder that says On the Rocks, and like every few months I'll just drag them all, and I'm like, okay, 90 tight. But I remember, I forget who just played the Roxy of our friends, but Brian was at the show, and I remember hearing Medford outside being like pretty aggressive on the phone, like, I need a table set up right now for me and Brian Dale's upstairs in a bottle. Don't remember anything else about that, but that's all I remember.
Was this pre-sober times?
Time ago,
this is when I first moved out here. This is
when you first moved out here. Got it.
16.
Okay. Yeah.
And I was like, damn. But
maybe I was cooler than I thought.
Or maybe some people thought you were cool.
Well, that's really what it is. Or maybe what it really is I thought I was cooler than I was.
It's you had me and Medford rooting you on and gassing you up.
Yeah.
The most toxic part
That's
of it all.
fair.
You guys didn't hear it because you guys don't have headphones on.
I heard it.
What did
I heard a little bumper of like, this show is old people don't like fish or something. I don't know. That's something like that. Fish scares old people.
Basically, essentially, in more words or less, that's what it was.
Fish.
So either way, very excited to be back here with Brian and Jess of the Somerset. They have a brand new song out called I Don't Want to Party, and it might have my favorite bridge of a Somerset song, and I need to call something out about that bridge.
That's for sure.
So Jess played me that bridge. I heard the bridge, and I remember Jess being like, yo, I want to play you this new song. And then she started playing it, and then she acted all weird, and then she's like, just the bridge of the song, I'm going to play it.
Yeah.
And I remember it was I don't want to party. That was a bridge she played for me.
Because at this point, no one had told you yet that we had dropped you in the song. So I was like, I want to show you something. But so then I was like, what's the next coolest part? And I'm like, the bridge.
Bridge is tight.
Like, I was listening to it. I'm like, why does this bridge sound so familiar? Oh, I remember.
Yep. Yeah. I couldn't show you the whole song. So yeah, I showed you the bridge. And
That'd be fun
obviously
to not tell you.
Yeah.
this guy with his screaming in there had to show you that.
It was funny that Steven told me at On the Rocks, actually.
Yeah, Steven was the one that I think ended up like blowing the, because we were gonna, I was waiting till like we like had the song to send to you, and then all of a sudden you were like, I heard that my name's in it or something. I was like, God damn it, Steven.
In all fairness, I might have been playing Shania Twain at On the Rocks, so.
Yes, probably.
So now I've been very fortunate. I've been able to hear most of the record now, and I've given you guys my opinion on the record and the songs I've heard and everything. And I guess I'll publicly say what I've been telling you guys. And it's a crazy thing for Somerset fans listening right now, because I'm pretty sure this is a perfect hybrid of Everything's Fine and Stories for Monday.
You did say that.
That's
yes.
tight, actually.
Yeah.
And
I'll take that.
And like hearing, and I think I made the joke on text message. It just sounds like everything refined.
Yeah, well, I think everything's fine. Justice for Everything's fine. I will say, good idea, poor execution.
Yeah.
I think we were too young to make a record like that. For one, I think it's the kind of record we would have. It's like maybe to follow up Love Like This with like maybe the most singer-songwriter you think we could have done. Maybe a bad idea. But the sort of lyrical storyteller kind of thing, there was something interesting there. I think we just didn't maybe execute it very well. We were also just like high and starving the whole time. So
yeah, I distinctly remember that whole time we would go get those like $5 huge jugs of wine. Do you remember that? Yeah. We were just in John Field's studio and be like, time to drink. It was like 3 p.m. and we'd be like, go down the street, get these huge things of wine, and then we'd be like, this is the best song ever. And which the songs are good.
Oh yeah, we spent. We ran out of budget for the record to feed ourselves.
Yeah.
And we were also 21, so we just would take our food budget and drink.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say this. Better decisions are made when you're not hungry. That's all I'm going to say.
Amen.
I'm just going to say, don't make any decisions when you're hungry.
Yeah, we lived off of just
starving.
pretzels and peanut butter. That's what we lived off of. Pretzels and peanut butter and jugs of red wine. Yeah. Is how we made that record. So yeah, good songs, but
and like a truly unfucking believable amount of marijuana, like an unbelievable amount.
Yeah.
I don't like. I mean, I certainly have had my issues, but marijuana's never really been one of them, except while making Everything's Fine for some reason.
I didn't smoke. You guys did.
Every single day. And I was like, I guess.
Yeah.
Only time I've ever had even remotely an issue with. I don't even like don't like weed.
Yeah. Of everything we've been through together, being stoned together has not been one of them.
Yeah, it's not my vibe.
Yeah.
It's not my vibe.
No.
Yeah.
So,
two things I don't like, being paranoid or asleep. And those are the only two options for me usually.
Yeah.
I like the mix of both sometimes. I like to live life on the edge.
That sweet spot of being completely fucking paranoid and barely awake.
Horrible.
So
it's terrible.
Now, we've heard 2 songs off of the new era of music so far, because you guys were playing. You were playing a song live for a second?
We were.
We were. I for a second thought this was a trick question.
Yeah.
I was like,
well, by the way, Jess looked at me.
like,
I also thought it was a trick question.
No, because I literally I was just like, oh my god, are we about, like, did we do something?
Have we released 2 songs?
Yeah.
Oh.
But,
yeah.
So now,
and then I was like, wait, is Under the Influencer on this album and no one told me?
So now, the song is called Adidas.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys were playing it live, and obviously, some have dubbed it the horniest Somerset song.
Oh boy, it's
and
horny.
I think it was Ash who dubbed it that, because I see her tweets about it.
Oh yeah.
And she's listening right now. Shout out to Ash.
Guarantee you she is.
Hey Ash.
Hi.
She said she skipped Mumford and Sons to listen to this live radio
That's
interview.
like a mistake.
I can't. I don't believe that.
What a mistake. What?
So now with the 2 songs, obviously lyrically, it's very much lyrically driven as always by the Somerset, and there's a story to be told and quips. If you don't listen to it close enough, you're gonna miss the quips.
There's a lot in that song.
Like, did it take me 15 years to put together so many Dimes got dollar signs? Yes. And then did I randomly text Brian at like 3 p.m. on a Wednesday like, yo, this is fucking genius? Yes, I did do that.
You did do
Were
that.
you high? Were you?
Probably, yes. I probably just...
I think I
probably
responded
took
is it?
I took a bowl rip and I'm like, so many times got dollar signs? The fuck? William Shakespeare over here.
Oh my god.
So, what can we expect lyrically with this record? Because obviously the band's been through a lot since you guys have last dropped music. There's been some marriages. There's been some trips across the world.
Yeah, I don't think any of these songs are about trips across the world. I had to think about that one.
Yeah,
I was like, are there any songs about
Pause.
I crossed the world for someone like you? No, we did it. Okay.
Dinner already.
Yeah, lyrically, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I think there's a lyrical voice that we really found on this album, especially. I mean, we're all adults now. We've grown up together and separate, and then together again. Everyone is like in a long-term committed relationship. Whole lot of just husband and wife energy going on out here. I think these songs are about getting older, but not in the sense of like so much of Stories from Monday was kind of maybe about this like fear of getting older, or at least not wanting the sort of party to end. And I think so much of this is like the experience of like really feeling good in the skin of having grown up and understanding who we are now, understanding who we are as a band. Like I remember the opening track of the album is just about like the difference between, I remember specifically a very poignant time where we were on an acoustic tour and I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. And the song finishes and you're like, I want to do this every day for the rest of my life. And like, I think that sort of, there's a lot of callbacks to like other Somerset songs and albums, which is always really fun. It's also possible I got a little too obsessed with rhyming and I might need to dial it back. But there's a lot of pop culture and a lot of rhyming, and it's just like a little too like white boy hip hop, I think possibly, but you know, I think
You've always done a lot of the pop culture.
Sure.
You literally have always done
the
pop culture.
I love culture and I love rhyming. So.
Yeah, we've never heard Figure Me Out. So.
Yeah. This Adidas might as well just be like a social studies class. Just brace yourself. But it's also like, I love a song, Adidas, which you'll hear at some point soon. We've been playing it live, but the song is like on the surface very, as Ash called it, horny and fun and lots of pop culture. And I in my opinion, is one of the catchiest songs we've ever had. And it's really fun. But it was important to me, at least, like that there was some version of truth in every single song. And like, I remember Adidas for me, I remember when I wrote it, it was just thinking about a time where my wife and I, we had just kind of started hanging out again after she had already kind of given me a chance pre-pandemic, pre me getting my shit together. And she was like, you're a mess. And then we started dating again and she was just really unsure. And I remember just sort of chipping away at it until I can get her to date me. And I think this song was just about trying to get out of the friend zone.
Hell yeah. Love to hear that.
So yeah, lots of truth in everything. There's a song on the album that I also remember specifically writing after we had come home from, remember when we finished Sad Summer the first time we did it, so 2022. And like I was saying earlier, like we were supposed to come back and start making a Blossom Part 2. But we had just played shows in front of like fans who've been with us for so long. And it was just this epiphany of like, oh, there's so much to write about now. There's so much to make. There's so much to say. And like, there's a song that I remember writing on piano, like shortly after coming back from playing. We played like the Bottom Lounge in Chicago. We played this headline show that was just my favorite show we had ever played. And came home and wrote this song that's like just a straight up shout out to the fans of our band and the people who've listened to us, and like just the people, and so much of there's so many people in our community who have found other friends to our community who have come to our shows like alone, and they have sort of met like a community and have felt like a little less outcasted. And I think I was able to finally sort of see that from a zoomed out perspective instead of just like the whole experience being me and my bullshit. I was able to see everyone else's experience of how wonderful it is to be in this band from like a out of body lens.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, the song kind of sucks, but I'm kidding.
That doesn't have a release date just yet, does it? No, it doesn't.
I Don't Want to Party is out.
No, do you know what I did?
I trapped you. I was unfair. I tricked you on purpose.
Yeah.
I don't. Meet Me at the Record Store has a release date, just not one we've told anyone yet.
I like that.
But we're getting there.
I love that. Hell yeah.
There's some cool shit.
It fucked me up because I was reading the title off the computer for the first time today, and that's why I said it twice.
Yeah, fair enough.
But hell yeah. Well, I'm excited to hopefully have this record before 2026.
You will have this record before 2026.
Amazing.
There's a lot that's about to happen.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm very excited, and something that you guys are doing that's very special. By the way, Jess had to leave, by the way. It's just Brian and I out there. So Jess isn't just awkwardly sitting in the corner not talking.
I was just going to just not address it.
I was going to say Jess is pooping the whole time, but nah.
No,
Jess has left the building.
Just left. She got tired of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But so now with everything happening, you guys are doing something really special out in Phoenix. You guys are playing a hometown show.
Yes, we are. There's a venue in Arizona called the Rebel Lounge that's celebrating their 10-year anniversary. But like, man, some of us have been going to shows at the Rebel Lounge before it was called the Rebel Lounge, like for 20-something years. So like they approached us. They're doing a series of shows to promote their 10-year anniversary. The Main's doing one. And the timing was just perfect because we knew we wanted to do a handful of shows before the album came out that were like sort of smaller, underplayed. We're not planning on touring until later in the year. So when this came up for us to play a show in Arizona, the timing was incredible. There'll be more music out by then. And like this building has just so much history with us. So we're excited to come back to Arizona. We'll be at the Rebel Lounge on May 17th. Of 2025. That's of this year. Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Hell yeah, that's awesome. I saw that go up and I'm like, oh, I guess I'm hopping in the van again.
Guess you're getting back in the van.
We're gonna blast Martin's song about getting back in the van.
I'm getting back in the van.
Biggie just jumped up when you did that.
There's like 11 key changes in that song. Martin, you crazy bastard.
I was going to talk about Martin a little bit earlier when you were talking about the Russian singer, the metal singer.
Yeah, it's probably...
Because funny enough, I saw All American Rejects, Boys Like Girls in the Ready set at the Paramount on Long Island. I think it was 2010. I had just graduated high school. Wow. And the power went out, and Boys Like Girls played acoustic. I heard Martin yell. I was all the way in the back. I heard him yell, "Throw me an acoustic!" And they just played fucking Thunder acoustic while
great.
Thunder was happening.
Yeah, that's great.
Completely unplugged.
Yeah, we've done that twice in our history. Once at Jammin' Java in Virginia. What's up, Biggs? You coming? Okay, cool, bro. The power went out. This is an awkward position. Like, butts up? Okay. All right, come here, pal. Once Jammin' Java, the power went out. We played acoustic, just no mics. One of my favorite memories ever. And then there was another time where we were playing the Rave in Milwaukee.
Spooky.
And the power went out at the Rave, which if you want to talk about a terrifying place for the power to go out, that's it. So John and I played acoustic on the front steps of the Rave, like outside in the cold. It was so cool.
That's so
It was so rad. We're playing Summerfest in Milwaukee in June, but we just play for one day. And I have this idea that I haven't pitched to anyone in my band or Leslie at the Rave, so I'm just putting this one out there right now in case anyone's watching. We're coming to Milwaukee for Summerfest. I would like to redeem the front steps show and play an acoustic set during Summerfest weekend on the steps. I think I'd like to do it one more time.
The summer steps.
The summer steps.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That would be great to do. And now, obviously, coming up this weekend, you guys are playing with All American Rejects at the Virgin Theater at the Virgin Hotel in Las Vegas.
We are.
You guys are opening, which means you don't have your full 90-plus set that you typically might have.
This won't be the 90-plus, but we're very excited to play with All American Rejects. We love that band. We've never really done anything with them except for like a Warped Tour and like a couple of random festivals. We've never actually played like a traditional show with them. So I'm excited. I think it's like a really, really compatible bill and a really sort of, I've thought forever. I was like, man, it'd be really cool to do some shows at the All American Rejects, and then this happened. So
That's so sick.
And we haven't played in Vegas, like a proper show in Vegas in a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Hell yeah.
I'm also it's been a strange year so far. I'm just dying to play.
Very true.
I'll play in a Denny's right now. It's like, I want to play a live show.
Hell yeah. And what I'm getting at with that you guys aren't playing 90 plus minutes, obviously you guys have so many new songs, including 15 new ones we probably haven't heard. 15 plus new ones at this point, maybe.
Yeah.
It's like you guys have all these songs. How are you even putting together a half hour to 45-minute set list at this point?
It's what's been an interesting one. We're still figuring it out. I think we've decided that we have a habit in the past of kind of playing. We tend to play the same song. We play a lot of shows, so you see what people respond to, what songs are popular. There's too much data in the world, so we can see what songs of ours are more popular than others, and then that weighs into like our set list decision making, which I sort of hate, even though I understand it. But we're setting aside a rule for ourselves this time around, this cycle, particularly for opening sets. We're playing an opening set for All American Rejects, so we want to go into it assuming that a major part of the audience has no idea who we are, which is awesome. And our goal as an opening band in the traditional sense is to warm them up and hopefully impress them to then maybe they'll become a fan of our band. So we just want to like play what we think puts our best foot forward to convince that person to maybe go home and check us out on Spotify. So like we're playing a couple songs that like we think are great that maybe aren't like necessarily our most popular, but we know go really well. We're playing a couple new things. We'll probably play a cover because we love playing a cover. But yeah, it's been like I'm excited for it because I think it really sort of shifts the habitual psyche we've been in about set lists. And yeah, we're going into it assuming no one has heard of us before, so that hopefully we just can like impress some people, or maybe they'll throw tomatoes at me. Either way.
Hey, I mean, tomatoes are expensive. You can make some great pasta for us after.
Seriously, yeah. In this economy?
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully they throw some eggs at you too.
Yeah,
make some carbonara.
Throw a couple eggs at me. I think getting hard to afford.
Yeah, exactly. People are throwing eggs that cost more than a ticket at that point.
Bro, can you imagine being like a high schooler and you want to go egg some cars and it costs you like $600?
It's like, God damn it, I have to work for 3 weeks just to egg the fucking O'Doyle's house.
Right?
O'Doyle's the only last name I could think of that was objectively funny.
Your last name is Fishkin.
But why would I egg my own house?
I don't know. I'm going to egg your house.
Why would I tell people to egg my house?
I'm going to egg your house.
Oh my God, so fucking funny.
I'm going to egg your house.
Please do. Please egg me next time I DJ. Because, by the way, I mixed I Don't Want to Party straight into Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
Yeah,
and
that's good.
I'm pretty sure there are similar notes there, and it works so perfectly.
They're either in the same key or a half step apart.
Yeah.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I was trying to figure it out while doing it.
To be fair, I'm getting into the weeds here. Man, I Feel Like a Woman is in 2 separate keys in one song.
Wait, is it really?
Oh, the verse and chorus are in 2 different keys, and it is my dream. I call it it's the sexiest version of popular music. When that song changes keys in the chorus and you don't even notice.
I had no idea.
I can show you. Where's a guitar?
Oh, we got a guitar. Do we have a guitar?
I don't see one.
No, it's out of the studio. But that is wild. Holy shit.
Changes keys in the chorus.
That's insane. And then is it an accordion that does that thing?
The which thing?
The accordion thing?
In I Don't Want to Party? Or
no, Man, I Feel Like a Woman.
The dun da 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 that part?
No, in the chorus. I don't know. It's like a hidden light. Yeah, we would have to listen to it together. But either way.
I usually leave all arrangement and production things to anyone else. I just like chords.
It's very true. So what I want to do right now is I want to tease a song for you guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
I'm into this.
Because this song, I absolutely love when you guys play it live. I love seeing videos of it, and no one's heard the recorded version of it except for probably like you guys and maybe management and me. So
yeah.
I won't lie. I listened to it like 4 or 5 times after Jess sent it.
This is good. Let's do this.
Did you enjoy how much editing I did to that Instagram story with the blurring out things?
Fish, I barely looked. But now I'm going to have to.
I took like 5 minutes and blurred out all the words that needed to be blurred out.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Fair enough.
Like the song title.
The song title. Yeah.
Mostly just the song title.
I mean, to be fair, we've been playing the song live. I'm not afraid of people knowing the title of this one.
Hell yeah.
We got a new song. We've been playing it live for a little bit. Biggie's licking my hand. Biggie, make some mouth sounds into the mic. The song's called Adidas. Let's give him like a verse and chorus of it.
Hell yeah.
Surprise, surprise.
Here's a verse and chorus of Adidas off of the Somerset's new record, Meet Me at the Record Store. They'll be in Vegas on Saturday, opening for the All-American Rejects. They'll be in Phoenix at some point during the year. I believe the date was May 17th. They'll be in Las Vegas, Nevada, again, for When We Were Young weekend.
Oh, yeah.
What is that, the weekend of the 18th?
It's like October 18th or something like that. Yeah. You think I would know.
Yeah. But either way, here's Adidas.
The Somerset doing our Vegas residency one show at a time.
I love it. Here's Adidas by the Somerset here on Gone Fishkin. Only the first verse and chorus, though.
Yeah, you can't play the whole thing.
No, can't do it.
No, I can't. Gotta make people want more.
Exactly.